So we are featuring the beautiful, the lovely Lauren today. Okay. Her name is Lauren. And she is available on iDaughter.com. This live and all lives and all YouTube videos are brought to you by iDaughter.com. Okay. Where you can get, it's an online toy store where you can shop for all of your not adult toys, but adult doll collecting toys. Okay, let me make that very, very clear. Okay, crystal clear. Is for adults that collect dolls, not adult dolls, and not adult toys. Miss Parker, what's popping? Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you, boo. Craft gang in the house. Gang, 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 gang. Yes. So also, anybody who wants to join, if you have StreamYard, just let me know. I can send you the link, and you can join. And you know what I'm saying? You can put your doll up just the same way I did, because it's early and we tired. Okay, Clarissa, what's popping? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing this morning? I'm sipping on my little coffee, my little Kahlua coffee. I got the Willy Wonka, scrumptious, jumpulous, chocolate, creamer up in there, and it's good. It tastes like it's gonna wake me up. All right, so we're gonna get into some things this morning. We're gonna get into some things this morning. I mean, we may as well just go ahead and start it off into whatever the hell everybody else is talking about. Okay, so obviously the biggest trending topic right now is Will Smith slapping the piss out your boy Chris Rock. Okay, and I've been doing videos on this. This honestly has helped me break out of my shell and go ahead and start discussing trending topics, because it's, y'all know I loves me some Will Smith. Okay, I really do. Ooh, ooh. And I also love comedy, like I really do. So this was a topic that was easy for me to break out of my shell of talking about things. Oh, thank you, Miss Parker. Thank you. Thank you. So Miss Parker says, I'm so excited you had the greatest ideas. Thank you. Yes. Listen, I be coming up with so much stuff. I'm just proud of myself for actually executing the idea this time. Okay. I had an idea of doing something similar to this for a very long time. But yeah, it's time. You know what? It's 2022, and it's time for us to start executing our ideas and following our dreams. Damn it. So hey. All right. So I did a video on what Steve Harvey said, and that video actually has almost 6,000 views, which is pretty awesome. So, like, yes. So, pat on the back, clap. So, I'm gonna just keep putting out this content, and of course, I mean, we got to discuss trending topics in order to get this channel where it needs to get into the things we need to get into. So, we're gonna talk dolls, we're gonna talk all of that stuff, but we're also gonna talk trending topics because it's fun, it's interesting. And hell, why not? Why not? We'll probably as well. Thank you, Clarissa. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I really do. Okay, so Cedric the Entertainer is now chiming in just like the rest of Hollywood. Clout chasing, or AKA chiming in. So he did a set, I think it was last night, and TMZ posted the video. So we're just gonna watch the video and then we're gonna talk about what the hell he said. Okay. Let me all right, let's do this. Let's do this.
I want to let everybody know, if I talk about your wife, don't try to run up here. I'm smacking back.
Wait.
I do back smack. You like that. What a night, though, man. We're out here to celebrate some beautiful people. Chicks, man, what's up, man? Man. I was wondering why there was so much weed in there.
I'm weak.
She's a legend, though, man. Goes back. I love all the movies. She's a Charlie, my God. We hang out on the golf course. It's one of the great legendary people. We celebrated.
Okay, so what do we think about? I mean, did we expect what? What did y'all expect Cedric the Entertainer to say about this? Like, I listen. Cedric is a legend, king of comedy. Of course, he said that. I don't know what else I was expecting. So Cedric the Entertainer says, listen, if I talk about your wife, don't slap me because I'm going to slap your ass back. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. It's funny. And it's what's expected. Okay. It's what the hell is expected. Hell, I think most of them gonna be saying jokes like that. That's the easiest joke to tell. Like honestly, it's the easiest joke to tell. Okay, so again, I've pulled all this stuff up, but I'm watching it with y'all live. I didn't watch it because I want to have a honest and authentic reaction to these trending topics. So, all right. So, D.L. Hughley, it says, gave a heartfelt apology to Chris Rock's daughters. So, let's see what DL said.
There's been a lot of attention given to Will's mindset that night. The night that there's a lot of attention given to what it must have driven him to this, how he got to this, what he must have been thinking,
True.
what was the tipping point, and it's been pretty consistent across the board. I think the one thing that we know for sure is that perspective has been delved into. What I haven't, and I'm giving enough attention to, is how Chris must be feeling. Chris is 57. I'm 58. Will is 53. We are all eligible for the early bird special. Got slapped in front of the world. The world. Everybody saw it. Slapped in front of the world. He'd avoided getting slapped growing up in Brooklyn. He'd avoided getting slapped on the many stages he's been on, but he could not avoid the Oscars. And that makes me sad. And it makes me sad that I've spent time in this chair myself, lamenting what Will must have gone through, and very little thought as to what Chris must be going through. And the fact that Chris hasn't to date released a statement lets me know that he is dealing with this in some kind of way. There's no doubt that Will has had a level of recrimination. He's been derided, but there also was an outpouring in love and support. He had actors come to his aid after it was over and wipe his tears away. He got to sit down. He got to enjoy the show. He got to laugh at other jokes. He got to get an award that he's been longing for his entire career. He got to be celebrated. He got a standing ovation. He got to go to the after parties and get jiggy with it. And then he got to go home and write an apology. I don't begrudge him that. But I tell you this, I don't think the offense was worth a lifetime of this. Chris Rock will forever be the man who got slapped at the Oscars. Forever. And I don't think the offense matches the punishment. I do not at all. But it has happened. And it will be indelible. We will forget what he said, but never that he got slapped. There may well be a cure for alopecia, but we'll still remember this. We're gonna always remember. And people could say, well, people are going to see his concerts. You know that if his concerts were $45 and going okay, and they go to $700 and going through the roof, that tells you that most of those people are not there to support him. I'm not saying that none of them are.
True.
But most of them are coming for the spectacle. He cannot get on stage for the foreseeable future and not relive the fact that he was slapped in front of the world. And that makes me sad. A man who's almost 60 years old got slapped by another black man in front of the world, and the fact that I sat in this chair and didn't fathom what that could be like. I didn't put myself in his head, and I didn't give enough deference to that, and I'm very sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna just stop it right there because I see your comments and I want to make sure that I address comments as well. Okay, so Miss Parker, okay. At first, I was all for his actions because that joke should have never been told. It was men in the audience. Why not joke with them? Why did she have to be the target? Exactly. It wasn't funny even if she didn't have a condition. Okay. Also, why can't comedians do the job that pays them? I'm not paid to be a part of the act, so leave me out of it. Okay, facts. I'm gonna get into your comments, so I just want to make sure I read them all. So I'm sorry he got slapped, but I'm sorry he insulted a beautiful black woman just for laughs. Okay, so I agree with everything that you said. Honestly, I do. Because right, see, what about Jada? Exactly. What about Jada? See how they downplay the action? It's okay to dismiss her pain and focus on the reaction instead of the action that caused it. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you. Because I mean, Is it okay to be talking about somebody's bald head? You're a comedian. You have a million things that you could have joked about. Like you said, there were men in the audience. He could have joked on Will. He could have joked on so many other things. And the fact that he chose Jada in that particular joke, it was in poor taste. It definitely was in poor taste. It was definitely in poor taste. Um Now, did he deserve to get slapped? I honestly I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think anybody deserves to get embarrassed in that way. And putting myself in his shoes, putting my family in his shoes, and that's why I've been doing videos on this, because this really is a good topic for other, to dig into other issues. Was it If it was my sister, absolutely wouldn't think it was cool, because it's like whatever joke she told is not warranted for anybody to put their hands on her. I mean, that's something that you learn on the playground. Sticks and stones and break your bones, words will never hurt you. um there was definitely other ways that Will could have went about dealing with it. But are we expecting this man to be perfect just because he's a celebrity? And that's the whole issue. Is I think that people, once you have a platform at all, any type of platform, hell, people got mad at me for my husband defending me. So I mean, I'm on a way smaller scale, but I can totally understand, you know. So but people expect you to be perfect, and the level of perfection is that part for me. It's the level of perfection for me. I'm gonna sip my coffee on this because it's just that people really expect you to just be on some whole other shit just because you're in Hollywood. So yeah, I don't think that it should have went that far, but at the same time, you know it is what it is. Like, it definitely is what it is. Let's hear what the rest of what DL had to say.
Chris Rock has children who had to see their father get slapped. He has relatives. He has a brother who saw that. And while you can be compassionate about Will must have gone through, I can at least hold in my heart the fact that Chris Rock was affected that way too. There's something happened to him too. The Oscars that night, there was an outpouring of love. They did everything but soak Will's hand and have if he needs spice. Everything. It was.
Yeah, that's crazy. He has a good point though. He definitely has a good point. Okay, so I'm reading your comment, Miss Parker. I went through that, and I'm here to tell you, my hubby would not have went for that. I've cried a bucket of tears over my hair. My hubby has held me when I've cried, and I had to cut all my hair off. Wow. So yeah, okay. So yeah, people. I mean, anybody can say what they would and wouldn't do, but you really cannot. Especially if you've never been in that situation, you can't understand what she's gone through. You just can't, and you can't understand what has had to go through with her. So hell, I understand, but DL has a good point too. I mean, and it's crazy because it does go back around to what you're saying as well. Like, everybody comforted Will. Like he said, they did everything except put his hand in a bucket of ice. But no one comforted her. No one comforted Chris, who was hit. Like, that's really crazy. And like he said, everybody's talking about this situation, and no one is thinking about the person who did get the shit slapped out of him on TV. So let's see what the rest of what he said.
While Chris Rock walked alone and stood there and was professional. And some people could call it professional, some people are calling it cowardly, which I don't agree with. I wonder if he's going through what most of us would have been going through. Did I do the right thing? I should have done this. How come I did this? And what happened? I am sorry that I didn't give enough deference to that. I'm sorry that I didn't say I'm sorry earlier. I'm sorry for what your children must be going through. I'm sorry for what must be in your head. I'm sorry that it seemed to me that you were alone. I am sorry that at almost 60 years old you were slapped in front of the world. I apologize for that. I can hold in my heart and a level of compassion and grace for what Will must have gone through. And I am sorry that I didn't give equal measures to you. I'm very sorry that that happened. And I'm even sorrier that I wasn't sorry soon enough. All right, D.R. Hughley, you know what? You're growing. You
Nah.
was
Okay, so shout out to Gossip Girl for posting that video that I just replayed. But yeah, yeah, it's crazy. He brought up a very very good point that I definitely did not think about. So hey, I don't know. All right, so here's another. Let's see. It says game defends Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Let's see if I can find the actual. If they even have the video on here, what he said. They might not. But it's a lot of people on different sides of the fence of it.
People like Harvey Weinstein and people doing way worse crimes and still being celebrated.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he don't have the video up on his channel. But yeah, so I mean, I totally get every side of this. Like that's the crazy part. Is like it really touches on everything. Like if you really can put yourself in the shoes of everybody in the situation, and be like, okay, I would have did this, I would have did that. Um, but the people dealing with it are the ones paying for it. Like seriously. Okay, so let me read your comment. I get it, but damn, celebrities are human money. Don't mock, right? Don't mock you. I mean, to feelings, a lot of folks think that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I think people in general just are so numb of like what they think people should and shouldn't feel, and it's getting old. Like it really is getting old at this point. Like people thinking that people are supposed to be perfect and supposed to right and supposed to just not say anything bad. You're just supposed to take stuff, and it's just out of control. Like it's really out of control. um he reacted without thinking as humans do. Hello, for real. Like I said, and I have said before, a similar situation happened to me online where, these people, I literally was the people trying to cancel me over me defending myself. So it's just, it is what it is. Like you can only take but so much. You can only take but so much. So and your husband is supposed to protect you. So what the hell? Like, bruh, he saw she was hurt and he reacted. He's human. He apologized and shit. People just need to move the hell on. So another let's switch gears. Let's switch gears now. Another big issue going on right now in the dog community is that people are boycotting Etsy right now. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of the situation that's been going on with Etsy. Me as an Etsy seller, um, I can honestly tell you that like I have paid freaking last year. I think I paid close to $2,000 in fees on Etsy, which is ridiculous. So I probably made close to 15 to 20,000, and I paid about almost 2,000 in fees last year. And these were fees that I can't even tell you like what it was for. A few times I did use, the ads on there, and I did, set up for them to post my stuff ahead of everybody else and all that kind of stuff. But it's just not right. Like it's just not right what they're doing, and a lot of sellers are fed up with it. So the sellers are actually going on strike for the month of April, and it was the fees were a big part of the reason of why I decided to go ahead and start my own website. And I get a lot of people ask me all the time, like, hey Trees, how do I start an Etsy account? How do I start my own website, and what do you like better? And I always am very honest about the fact that Etsy really does, like, they really are playing people. They are playing people live. Yikes. Exactly. Yeah. And And the thing is, when you're selling, it don't really hit you until you go in and you look. And it's like, okay, I'm getting paid, I'm making money, but is it fair for them to just be able to do this? Especially, most Etsy sellers are makers. Some of them are making these things, and it's art. So it's an income that is extra. But however, some of them are, a lot of people have quit their jobs and just are making things and selling things now. So it's just not fair what they're doing. So pretty much, good news to share with investors. Okay, investors, not sellers. That revenue and sales all-time high, and the Etsy at the same time, Silverman had less welcome news for the sellers. Delivered via email, transaction fees are going up from 5% to 6.5%, or a 30% increase beginning April 11th, which is absolutely crazy, right? Now, it doesn't seem like that's a lot, but again, if you're a seller and you're making things, 9 times out of 10, hell, even with the dogs and things that I sell, like, the cost of what it costs me to make it versus, what I end up charging is usually not that much more than what it is, because, it's just something that we all love. It's a passion project. So, to do that, we don't want to charge too much because it is our art. And it's like, how dare you think you can charge this much for your art? But at the same time, we got to make some money off of it or it's pointless. Especially when you're putting in hours and hours, man, that's crazy. Right. It's very crazy. So we have here, Cassidy, Christy Cassidy, an active seller on Etsy, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So she pretty much has made she's made it so that we should go on strike. And they also started a campaign with signatures. So when this was put up, they had received over 15,000. Last night when I checked it, it had 20,000 signatures of sellers who have signed on to go on strike and who have signed on to say, this is not cool. And yeah, so it's just not cool. It's not cool at all. Again, it's part of the reason that I decided to start my own website. And even then, like, anything you do is going to have fees. Of course, there's transaction fees every time someone uses their card, and there's no other way to pay. But it is what it is. Like, that's a part of the business. So it's very good to start your own business and have your business be online, because yes, you don't have to pay for rent, for a building and all that sort of things. And honestly, like, even with, talking things over with my family, my husband and I, it was like, okay, should I just quit Etsy altogether? And honestly, Etsy is a great platform because people who go on there are looking for a specific thing. And unless you're like promoting your stuff heavy, which I do, promoting your stuff heavy to your website, you're not going to get the same kind of traffic that you'll get on Etsy. If someone types in, custom doll, all of my stuff is going to come up on there, and I'm going to hit customers that I might not hit on my own. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason that I chose to stay on there. But I did also choose to go on strike with the rest of the sellers for April, because this is definitely unfair. Like I said, I was touched by it. I'm going to go to my Etsy account right now, and I'm actually going to tell y'all what I paid in fees last year. Because it's crazy. It's not cool. It's just not cool. Hell, let's just talk this month. Let's just talk this month, what my fees were for this month. So activity summary, let's do the last 3 months because this month just started. So the last 3 months, the last 3 months, as you can see here, maybe you can't see, but so my sales for the last 3 months on Etsy, I made close to $1,200, right? But my fees were freaking just for their fees, $105 for me went to just for fees, marketing $7, and shipping $171. Okay, that's how much for my Etsy account in the past 3 months went to fees. So that's really honestly close to close to $300 went to fees in the past 3 months for me. And I mean, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So it's like, you think about, how much you spend on the stuff. I probably really didn't make any money. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it. So more than a week, let's see. Read your comment. More than a week, they need to make it felt. Yeah, no, we're supposed to be boycotting for the whole month of April. So if enough people do that, I think that they'll feel it. But honestly, I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they'll feel it or not. But it really just made me like, okay, I need to go ahead and go over here. And then, like I said, if you're just looking at your payments and what you're making, and you're not paying attention to the fees, it'll go right over your head. It really will. So if if you're not a finance person and you just excited that you're making money, you're not gonna really pay attention to it. It's gonna go right over your head. So imagine, like, so that $300 would be increased by another $30 with their new increase. So yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. Etsy, shame on you for doing this to these people. Etsy has defended the most recent fee is a good thing for the 5.3 million sellers, announcing the planned increase. They're gonna make improvements for sales. Bullshit. Like, come on, man. Y'all are just being greedy at this point, because like, you're literally getting paid for nothing. You're getting paid off the backs of these people selling things. I think that 30-cent processing fee um is a lot for one. 30-cent posting fee. If you think about how many people are posting stuff, that's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. So on top of transaction fees, like D, you must pay a flat listing fee, payment processing fees, other service fees, including a 12% advertising commission each time a customer comes to D Shop and makes a purchase from an ad placed by Etsy. A program making more than $10,000 a year is required to join. Yeah, so like, it's a mess. It's very a mess. It says while a portion of Etsy shops are going on vacation mode on April 11th, it is a tiny sliver of a total of storefronts. So sellers have reached a breaking point. Can't really afford it. Oh, okay. So it is an 8-day long strike. I'm thinking about going the hell on off of it. I am. I'm thinking about going the hell on off of it. eBay is killing me with the fees, and the post office is killing me with the small business, the shipping charges on weight and box size. The post office is equally as awful. I agree. Because people don't factor in that stuff. And then, I was having a conversation with another seller, and she was open and honest with me. She was like, honestly, Trees, like, it's a lot of things on your site that I want to buy, but I can't afford the shipping. And I had to just be honest with her and say, well, look, like, I'm only charging $10, $20 more than what it's worth. So if I give offer free shipping, I won't make any money. So, we got to factor in all that stuff. And, people don't understand that with these big businesses and with Amazon Prime and all these businesses giving free shipping, free 2-day shipping and stuff, people think that you deserve free shipping if you spend money with people, but it adds up. And as you see, like I just said, I paid $171 in shipping fees. So like, that comes out of whatever I made. So yeah, it's a mess. It's definitely a mess. We need a new site by artists for artists. Child, I wish I had the money to start it, because it really would make some money. I feel like if we had something like that, all you would have to charge somebody is $5 to post the doggone thing on the site, and let them make their damn money. That's it. I would pay it. I would pay a flat fee of $5 to post my stuff and get my stuff seen. I mean, why not? You know? So whoever decides to step into that lane is definitely going to be very wealthy. But yeah, it's a mess. It is really a mess. Every time, so if someone, just an example, someone buys my bag, my doll therapy doll bag, they charge me listing fee let's see, it says 175. Once they buy it, transaction fee 175, shipping fee 60 cents, processing fee $1.72. Like it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And then the tax, and then the insurance on the shipping label, the shipping label, all of this stuff. It's like by the time I'm done, hell, I done made freaking not what the hell I thought I was gonna make. Shoot, I would pay too. Exactly. So, you know, but this is why it's like we're excited to be able to get online and be seen by more people, but it honestly cuts into your profit tremendously. So, this is why craft shows and doll shows should be a big thing for people who are makers and creators and sell toys and even vintage items and things like that. So you know people have to take that into account when you are buying from artists. You gotta pay what they are offering, and I mean what they're asking, and you gotta think about all the sacrifices that they made to make the thing too. But hey, I can't wait to see how this goes. If Etsy is going to actually do anything about it, I don't think that they are, because there are a lot of people on there who are just resellers too, who are just buying things. And that's another thing is on the petition, they are wanting them to take resellers off the platform because it's supposed to be a site just for artists and makers. So it's a lot of people who are just buying things and flipping them. Now, I do buy, I won't lie, like I do buy in bulk, the sneakers and the bottles and things like that. But I also make a lot of things on there too. But the reason that I do that is because it ties into the miniature world. So it makes sense for me to do that. But there are people who are literally just buying things and flipping them on Etsy, and that's really not what the platform is supposed to be for. So it's a lot of people mad about that, like how dare they, how are they over to, able to do that? It's not cool. Right, more craft and doll shows to circumvent the fees. Exactly. So I know, like, I'm working on throwing a doll show here. And I'm definitely going to be attending more doll shows because the profit that I make there is my profit. Of course I have to pay for my travel fees and my table, but other than that, I would rather pay someone $100 for a table and get my money rather than pay Etsy all these little fees. And once you sell at the show, you don't have to worry about going to shipping, packing it up, all that stuff. So it definitely helps out. Hey, Vanessa McCready, hello, welcome to WPOP a morning show. So yeah, we got to look more into that sort of thing, and I'm hoping that I honestly, though, I don't think that this is going to make a difference at all. I think Etsy really doesn't give a damn, honestly. They don't care. They killing it right now. So but as of right now, my shop is on vacation mode, and I want to say it's going to stay on vacation mode, but honestly, like, it's kind of worth it for me to be over there. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'll go on strike until the 18th and see what happens. It is what it is. But all right, so let's get on to our next topic. Okay, so I did want to talk about the movie Deep Water. Um, were any of you guys able to check that movie out? I'm gonna pull it up on here. So the movie Deep Water is a movie that is on, yeah, most of these sites don't care. Child, they really don't care. It's a movie that's on Hulu. It says it dropped last Friday, I believe. I'm gonna put the trailer up. Hope you guys were able to check it out. So you can join in the discussion. And I think I will do like a full video review on this movie in a little while. You gonna get a chance to watch it? Okay. Well, I don't want to get no spoilers then. So I guess I'll wait. Look, I'll wait because I don't want to give you no spoilers. So we'll do a video on Deep Water later, but it's definitely a good movie. Please check it out. I would love to have a little discussion about it with you guys. And maybe I'll bring my husband into the chat when we discuss that. I'll just do a little review video on that. But yeah. So, any other topics you guys want to discuss as far as doll stuff and all that good stuff? I will be going to the Atlanta Doll Collectors doll show in May. Hey, Margo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so I will be going down there in May, and I hope to see any of you guys who can come out. Definitely come out. And again, I am working on doing a doll and craft show here in North Carolina. Yeah, watch it today, Miss Parker. Trust me, watch it with your husband too. Watch it; it's a really good movie, and I would love to hear your take on it for real because it's very very interesting. I'll just say that I don't want to give no spoilers, but it's very 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 interesting. So let me get the dates on the Atlanta Doll Collector Club's show so I can give y'all the correct date. I'm gonna start really promoting for that this month so we can get a nice little turnout. I did meet most of those ladies when I was down there. I met a lot of them online. Pretty sure y'all familiar with them. Pink Diva, Madison's Dollhouse, of course, the Atlanta Doll Collector Club account, Kenny Dolls in the Atlanta Doll Collector Club. It's a lot of really cool people in there. How to avoid scammers on IG. Ooh, baby, yes, we are gonna get into that real quick though. So that show is going to be Saturday, May 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton in Tucker, Georgia. I will have the flyer on my Instagram page, and it's going to be $5 cash to get in. Children under 10 are free, and you get $1 off of this flyer. Okay. It's going to be featuring all types of dolls and dolls accessories, vintage, modern Barbie, black, dolls by Integrity Toys, reborn dolls, antique dolls, porcelain dolls, cloth dolls, one of a kinds, and more. Door prizes are also going to be there. And your girl, our daughter, is going to be in the building. Okay. So make sure you show up. Kenny Doll's also going to be in the building. Cryptique is going to be in the building. And I have so much stuff I'm taking. Cards, clothes, custom dolls, box dolls, unboxed dolls, you name it. I'm going to have it there. So, Miss Parker, I see we being messy today, ain't we? So, let's talk about how to avoid scammers on Instagram. Baby, we need a good picture for this. Let's get my doll up on the screen while I find a good picture. Scammers in the doll community. Okay. I did do a whole video on this on a time that I was scammed. And I will, oh wow. So look at this. Let me share my screen with y'all. Look. So look, I Googled scammers in the dog community and look what came up. It's official. The dog community has been scammed. And I bet you this is my damn video. I bet you it's my video. Look. This helpful woman, I posted a video explaining the situation with proof, honey. 4 months ago. I didn't even know this was on here. This is on Reddit. I'm weak. I am weak. Hi, everyone. Ooh, for anyone who donated their money to this scumbag, please go to get a refund using this link. Report and get advice from your police department. And someone who lost their mom, I'm pretty sure she's overseas. When they use mom, they're overseas. Through cancer, this angers and upsets me that they preyed on the kindness of others. Anyone who's struggling to deal with what's happening, please don't hesitate to drop me a message. I will respond. Okay, and there's comments up in here. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It was a hot mess, child. It was a mess, girl. And look, that's all you gotta do is type that in on Google and you can watch that long ass post blasting that girl because she was a child. She told so that particular woman had told us all that she was selling her Rainbow High dolls in order to pay for her funeral because she was dying from cancer. Now, if you have any type of heart, you're gonna definitely donate to that. Like I donated, I shared, I felt horrible. Like I even remember, discussing it with my family. Like it really fucked with me because my mom's a breast cancer survivor. I have a cousin who's dealing with brain cancer right now, and she's fighting it with everything in her. And it really bothered me, to think that this young lady was trying to sell her doll collection to pay for her own funeral. Like it really, really fucked with my head. So I bought some stuff from her, reluctantly, without doing my due justice. And you gotta watch the whole video. I'm gonna try to sum it up though. But pretty much she acted like she died. When it got time to ship the stuff off, she sent us all a picture of boxes that she got on Google. And where she fucked up at though was that she had us all in a chat when she was supposed to be shipping the stuff. Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. And it's the reason now that I'm very, very wary of helping people online. That's one of the reasons. But yeah, so she put us all in a chat, and that's where she fucked up at. So she put us all in the chat. She's like, "Hey guys, I'm getting ready to ship your stuff off. Here's a picture of the stuff." So, that's my stepsister to breast cancer. You don't lie about that. Exactly. You just don't play with stuff like that. So, but yeah, so she gets in the chat and she's like, "Hey guys, shipping your stuff." So we're all like, "Okay," you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're all like, "Oh girl, we know you're sick. Just do it when you can." You know what I'm saying? And she comes back. So I was in the hospital this week and I'm shipping your stuff later this week. So we're all like, "Okay, girl." Then people in the chat start talking. So they like, "Hey girl, what you get?" "Oh, I got whoop de whoop." "What you get?" "Oh, I got whoop de whoop." Child, it was about 6, 7 people that got the same shit. So then people start putting two and two together. And then maybe 4 hours later, here she come in the chat, but she says, "Hey guys, this is Chelsea's husband, and Chelsea just passed away." Child, she faked the whole death, child. It was a hot mess. Okay. So pretty much some people who live over there, because she lived in I think it was the UK. I can't even remember. Don't get me lying this morning. It's been 4 months now, but child, then people sent the police to her house to do a welfare check, and she was in the damn house chilling. Lied, took people money, and then never responded. But we could see her. You know how you can see if somebody see your message. We could see that she was looking at the messages. But child, yeah, I still can't believe that mess happened. But yeah, there are still people who are in the dog community who are using yeah, it was funny. Oh look, it was so funny. Like that whole thread is funny. I removed myself from that thread, and like now that I'm talking about it, I wish I had, because if y'all could have heard the voice messages, and it was so funny because it was people from all over the world she did this to, right? So you was hearing people's with accents from, you know, from from Scotland, from the UK, from everywhere. It was so crazy, and everybody's like, I'm sitting there because girl, some Karens up in there, and the Karens was pissed. They was like, okay, like she took my money, like screw that. Child, they sent the police over there, and she played back the damn. She was on the phone with him, and she was she was talking, and she said, so Chelsea was in the house, and the police said, yeah, she was in the house, she's alive and well. We was weak. Most Highs was popping. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you joining. um I wish I could I wish I could get to my possible scammer. Child. Yeah, so she's not the only person that has scammed me. I've also been scammed by a young man who lives in Jamaica as well. I know that's who you're talking about, but I've been scammed by a young man who lives in Jamaica as well. And I hear he's up to his same old tricks. So, I have been told to stop blasting people, but the thing is like, if you don't know, then how can you, if you don't, put it like this, if you can't tell, if I don't say anything when something happens to me, then it doesn't prevent it from happening to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Danielle, what's up, girl? That was crazy. I had just entered the dog community, scared the mess out of me. I'm like, what am I getting into? Right? Girl, woo, it was a mess. It was a mess. And I felt really bad because I had sent people to her and they lost their money too. So, okay, so this is the thing. The easiest way to not get scammed, honestly, is to make sure you check your references. If the story sounds crazy, trust your gut. And like the thing is with Chelsea, her story, something in me told me to not trust it. And then I even said to her, like, don't scam me. Oh my God, I would never do that. So if you trust your gut, just really trust your gut, and check references. Um, it's hard to do that when someone's just starting out, and you don't want to be like, yo, I don't want to, like, don't scam me. You don't want to say things like that. You don't want to speak it into existence, but you kind of have to. Um, I have heard some horror stories a lot. Oh, he's back at and he sent me a tracking number. I think folks to be able to speak on their true experience. I know, but child, it's like, when we speak on our experiences as Black people, because we not, we're animated and passionate about it, it's considered being a bully and angry, and it's like, no, this is what happened to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all what the hell happened. But yeah, I was scammed by I was scammed by a few people, but I was definitely scammed by the one who's scamming now. And telling people that, he's has nowhere to go and blah 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 blah. And I just think it's laughable at this point. Like I said, I wish that I had said something so other people wouldn't be scammed, but at the same time, I don't want to be like, maybe I don't know. But listen, I'm gonna just say, if you got a question in your head about something, just don't do it. Just don't even do it. But if you want to ask me in the DMs, I have no problem being 1,000 y'all wow with y'all, because I don't want, we got to keep all our coins. When people have a bunch of followers and are advertising public on their stories, they tend to feel like they're trustworthy. True. You tend to feel like you're trustworthy. Very true. But so this is what I say. If someone tells you to send them a PayPal, friends and family, red flag for sure. If someone tells you to send them a Cash App in somebody else's name and not theirs, red flag. Hey John, what's popping? What's popping? If someone asks you to, those are the main two red flags right there. Like if they say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a jam, can you send me a Cash App, and it ain't even them, why you ain't got your own Cash App? Red flag. Let me tell you. I was blasted to the mountains on all platforms and follow report. Yeah, I really should have done that, but you know what? It is what it is. Like I let him live, because I really felt bad for his ass. Like, he got issues. Bless his heart. He really got issues. So what happened with him was, not only did I fall for his schemes of, oh, I need money for groceries and money for this and that, and I've sent him Cash Apps numerous times. But I also bought things from him, and he also promised me like a bunch of stuff that he never sent. Now, he did send one thing. It was one package of things that I bought from him. He did send that, but it was a long time later. And when I questioned about the rest of my things, because I started to see other people getting their things, I was blocked and then I was blasted. And I was, said that he got on and said I was bullying him and all this other stuff. And I'm like, how am I bullying you when I'm asking you where my stuff is because I see everybody else getting their shit? But you know what? It is what it is. So I chose the high road in that situation and I just left it alone. You know what I'm saying? I just left it alone. And like now that I see him still up to his old tricks, though, I'm kind of regretting that I didn't do that. Can't see or hear anything. Okay, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Key, can you hear me on YouTube? Okay. You may want to go out and come back in, Miss Parker. But I guess if you can't hear me, you can't hear me say that. Huh? Okay. Yeah, so okay, cool. So yeah, this definitely if somebody tells you PayPal friends and family, because that's how she got my girl Erin Dolphy. She bought like $200 worth of stuff from her, and I'm still sick about that. Like I really am still sick about that. Um can you hear me now, Parker? Okay, Miss Parker. Good. Um but yeah, I'm still sick about that. And she wasn't able to get her money back because she sent it friends and family. So definitely don't do that. And then if you do Cash App, you're really not that protected with Cash App. However, a lot of sellers do use Cash App because of all these fees. Like we were just talking about with Etsy. The way Etsy kill you. I mean, a lot of people use Cash App. I use Cash App, but shoot, I couldn't sleep at night if I don't give people what I'm supposed to get them. Like I just couldn't. I try to be as transparent as I can, and I try to keep everybody happy. You can't keep everybody happy though. So you just gotta. I probably got scammed twice there. Oh Lord Jesus. But yeah, you if you feel it, you gotta look at it like this. If you send friends and family PayPal, just expect that you might not get your shit. And it's a lot of sellers who they want you to send it that way because they don't want to pay the fees. And what I would say in response to that, if you find yourself in that situation and it's something that you really do want to buy and they say, hey, I don't want to pay the fees of PayPal, just say, okay, well, you know what, let's do it the other way and I'll pay the fee. Just say whatever the fee is, I'll pay it to send it the regular way. That way you're protected and they're protected. And if they're not down to do that, then they were gonna scam your ass. So because PayPal does offer protection, and you can always do a charge back on PayPal. But if you send friends and family, apparently you cannot do a charge back. So just be very, very careful with that. And then if you buying something from somebody, they ought to have a site. Etsy is as annoying as it is. It does protect the seller and the buyer. I've had a situation that when I first started doing mini me's, this lady that lived in Canada bought a doll. She got the doll. It was everything she asked for. I sent her pictures of the doll before I sent it. She agreed to it. Months later, she got on Etsy. She filed a report. She said it was not what she expected. And then she asked for a full refund. And I told her and them that there was no way I was giving her money back and I sent the screenshots of the stuff and, and it says she got it. So Etsy gave her money back and they didn't take it from me. So, I mean, in that way, if they don't have a website or something, if they have a website or something like that, then you're protected. I use Stripe payments for my payment processor, and they protect me on making sure that no one is using a fraudulent credit card or anything like that. And if they do, then I'm not liable for it. And then they protect you because I don't have access to your information. It goes through a third party and your card information, everything is protected. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why you want to use a reputable site, but I do understand that people starting out may not have that. So definitely be careful in these dog streets. if a story sounds crazy, it's probably crazy, honestly. And if something sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Like this girl was selling, the girl who lied, Chelsea, she was selling rainbow high dolls that was 60 something dollars for $15. Like it was too good to be true. So we should have known. All of the red flags were going off for us, but like I said, she tricked us because she used her dying as a way to get into our hearts. And it is what it is. It was a learning experience. It will never happen again. Was I able to get my money back? I don't think I was. I can't remember if I did. I think I was out about $60 and Aaron was out of about 200. So yeah, those are great tips. Thank you. Yeah. So you definitely want to be careful. Just be really, really careful. eBay is a good way to buy. I know stuff's a little more pricey on there, but eBay is a good way to buy. I have bought things on people on Instagram from people on Instagram directly through Cash App. I've never personally had any issue except for with that one person. But I have heard a lot of stories from people of them buying things and not getting them, and people lying and all that stuff. Definitely want to make sure that you ask for tracking number, and also make sure that you ask for insurance. If you want to pay the lowest shipping, then realize that sometimes things do happen and your package could get lost. And a lot of times if it's a one of a kind item, you're SOL if it get lost because the person only got one. So want to make sure you get insurance, even if it costs extra $3, $4, it's worth it because I've had people lose their packages and um I've had, the post office lose people's packages and they were able to get their money back. So yep. So thank you. Those are good tips. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are coming up on an hour now. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Um, I think those are the main topics I wanted to talk about today. So we'll talk about deep water later. I'll do a review video on that. And we did talk about the new Integrity Toys dolls on the last live, but let's go ahead and talk about him as our last subject, and then we'll head on out. So screen. Window bell, pew, 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 pew. Okay, so we're gonna talk about him, and then we out. So this is the new IT dude, and his name is Thiago. I definitely did join a lottery to get him. Um, what are y'all thoughts on Thiago? And did you join the W Club? Let me know in the comments. So I have my fingers crossed that I will get him. Yeah, he is really, really gorgeous. Just as he is, like honestly, it's not too many dolls that I get that I'm like, okay, I would tweak this, do this, da 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 da, that I wouldn't do that to, but he's definitely one. I don't think that I would need to do anything to him. And I'm really hoping that they use this face sculpt again. This is a beautiful face sculpt. Oh, you didn't join? Oh no. I know, and I hate the way that they are because you can only get one unless something happens where they end up like opening it up where you can buy more. You can only get one, and that's why the value of these are so high because they're so rare. Um, but yeah, that's why people are buying them and flipping them like crazy because you know can only get one. But for this guy, there's a lottery. I jumped on the chance to get in the lottery as like really, really fast, and I'm hoping that I get him a beard. I love beards. That's all he needs. Oh yeah, yeah, that would set him off. Definitely set him off. I'm gonna do a face app of him with a beard and put it on my Insta story, and I'll tag you, Miss Parker. Let's see what he's gonna look like with a beard, cause he is. Whew, that's a nice looking doll right there. For real, for real. So so this is his outfit. He does have gloved hands, but he also comes with regular hands without the gloves too. I love his jacket. I love his little whatever the hell this thing is, corset looking thing, and his shirt and his pants, and not so much his shoes, but they straight. Like I wouldn't change anything about this doll at all. Like at all, at all. And then there was a girl too, but I don't think I had a picture of the girl. But yeah, so I ordered him. Well, I got in the lottery for him. Hopefully, I'm able to get him. Keep my fingers crossed. And then it's also a girl, but I don't have the picture pulled up, so we'll chit chat about her later. But yeah, so that is all for today. Thank y'all for joining me. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. I will see you guys again for the live show on Monday, but I probably will go live this weekend just so we can chit chat about some stuff. And also, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at I Adult It For You. YouTube, subscribe. We also are on TikTok and not on Twitter yet. But make sure you follow us on all platforms. Make sure you check out our hashtag Crafter Gang and also Crafters Gang, my bad. And also Dollwise of IG. We have a continuing storyline going that everyone can join in on, and feel free to join in on the fun with us. Bye, Miss Parker. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining. If you're watching this on the replay, please like this video. I am begging for likes so that YouTube can see that this content is wanted and needed, or dislike if you don't like it, just let me know. Also leave a comment below, answer some of the questions. Did you join the club? Did you not? What you think about Will? All that good stuff, everything we talked about on here, leave us a comment. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. See you on the gram. Bye.